We have a very special guest for her first time in the studio live, Miss Emily Goodwin. And you guys have seen her before because we've done different segments with you before.
Yes.
But you're leaving us now.
I am.
And that's a very sad thing, but we're not going to focus on that. I want to start by talking about how this all began and how you came to us way back when. I want to know, what did they say to you when they hired you? Because you were only hired for like a 2-week period, right?
Right.
And what did they say you were going to be doing in those 2 weeks?
We were doing the conference. There was a card, and annual.
It was the retreat. Yeah.
Right, and we were going to be live streaming from the retreat. So they said, we need someone to live stream from this hotel in the desert.
And I didn't get to meet her before that. They'd been telling me for a couple of months, you're going to be doing this show at some point, and they were, front loading me with a bunch of information so that I wouldn't be a complete idiot. I know sometimes I am anyway. But there was an effort to educate me.
Right.
And that at some point we were going to do a show, but it was all still, the studio wasn't quite done. And, and I said, who's running the board? We'll figure that out when it happens. And then they said, we want to live stream at this conference. And here is this young woman, Emily Goodwin. Now, strap your leg to her leg and go do something and do it for 2 weeks. And then we'll reconvene in 2 weeks.
Right.
And it was pretty interesting because we had to go all the way out to Palm Desert to do that first show. And did you pretty much think that how much did you know about autism in that moment?
Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And I brought my husband and my son to the retreat too, so you got like Autism 101 all in 7 seconds.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was like 117 degrees, as I recall.
For sure. Yep. Yep.
So did you think we were all nuts, and that you just had stepped into like the craziest place in the world?
No, not so much. I mean, I had done conferences before for live streaming, so it wasn't so much out of the realm of what that was. But it was definitely different, and it was a little chaotic too, because we had to do that green screen. Oh. We had that 20-foot green screen we hung in that conference room, and we also thought we were going to have 200 people sitting in at any given point, and it was just me.
Yeah, it was empty, and basically there were so many other things happening at the conference, and there was some miscommunication, so we had this huge audience set up, but everybody was at other things, and they would pull them out of other things and rush them in, and we were live for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Which was insane. And they would rush people in and mic them and sit them down, and that was the first time I would get to meet them, and I would ask them some questions, and you were like a cruise director, just going in, out, and flipping buttons and making it all happen.
Right, and we didn't have half the equipment that we have now.
Yeah, it was, I just remember there was tons of cable, and I kept on saying, what can I do to help you? And you were like, I've got it. You were very, very capable. And so when the was, 10 days, when it was up and they were letting you go, they said to me, okay, we need to hire somebody to run the board for the show. Would she be somebody, do you feel like it's a good mix? And I said, my goodness, I think that's the first time I said she's like Martha Stewart and MacGyver if you put the two of them together. And they had a baby, it would be Emily Goodwin.
That's what I put on my dating profile.
Really? Have you taken that now?